Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name is David, and this is a magic book review. Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's Friday. Yep, it's Friday, and typically, at least what I've said in the past is, every Friday we do a book review. We do a magic book review. I love magic books. I am a firm believer that if you're going to do magic for a living, for a pastime, for a hobby, whatever, you're going to be a magician, right? You should have a magic library on your shelf. You should have a magic library. It's a good reference tool to always be able to go back to. Typically in the past, when I've done book reviews, I've done reviews for like card magic books, coin magic, close-up. I've done some stage magic books. And of course, I've done some books for kids magic. This is a little different. This is a diversion from all of that, but still pretty cool. And I think this is a really interesting market, especially if you want to be a performer, especially if you want practice being a performer, you want more gigs. This is How to Perform for Seniors from Louie Foxx. This book is a softback book with several chapters, over 110 pages long, and it retails for $30. All right, in this book, Louie Foxx talks about how this is a market that is starving for you. If you are a magician, especially if there are retirement centers or senior living centers that are in your area, Louie's gonna map out exactly how you can approach these facilities as an entertainer, speak to management, submit letters, talk about what you can provide, what you can offer, because you know a lot of these facilities, a lot of these centers, they have funds, they have money set aside specifically to bring people in for entertainment, all right? They've got a line item in their budget yearly to spend money on entertainers. And so if you've got 2 or 3 or 4 of these like senior living centers in your area, this is an untapped market for you. As a magician, you can book shows and perform in retirement homes. And if you've got a couple of these in your area, like say you got 3 or 4, that's 3 or 4 more gigs in your year. And like I was saying earlier, this is a great way to practice and hone your skill. Just going through the table of contents, there's a couple of things I can point out for you. Part 1 is all about your act. You're gonna talk about how long you can go, balloon animals, using residents as volunteers, trying to use your humor, whether you can have your kids show be a part of your adult show. He's gonna talk about what you can wear and using animals in the show. In the second part, he's gonna talk about the business side of things. So we're gonna talk about how to write your letter, how to respond to your tracking, what you should charge, how you can get repeat gigs, how to work through confirmation calls. He's gonna talk about business licenses, paying taxes, and what you should do if you had to cancel a show if you were sick. In part 3, he's gonna offer all his tips and advice. He's gonna cover things like having a sound system, what to do if you're interrupted, and how to set up your stage and haul everything in. And let me just say, I read through the book and I've done some kind of research myself about this topic. And if I were gonna give you just some pointers, just some kind of teaser ideas, I think number 1, be respectful, right? Be respectful, be kind. Don't talk down to senior citizens, and you probably shouldn't call them senior citizens, right? You should come up with something that's a little bit more appropriate. And I would also add, don't underestimate their intelligence, okay? Like I said, don't talk down to them. And like I said earlier, some of the tricks that you already do for kid shows will work great in a retirement home situation as well. Tricks like linking rings, tricks like rope tricks or sponge balls, anything with silks, silk effects, your egg bag, torn and restored newspaper or milk to newspaper. If you have a square circle production or a floating table, those would all be great. And then last, I would just say, don't do embarrassing style tricks. Don't do tricks where you have to manhandle them with a lot of touching, and you just don't embarrass them. I got this book from hocus-pocus.com. I reached out to them and talked to them. They said this book is very popular, very popular. And like I said, if you've got a couple of these places in your hometown, maybe you're one of the only magicians that does gigs. Call them. Don't wait for these centers to reach out to you or to find you. You be proactive, okay? You reach out to them Let them know that you're in the area. Let them know, maybe you haven't done a lot of gigs before. So maybe you just admit that and say, you know what, I haven't done a lot of live theater, but I would love to come down there and show your residents a couple of things. Charge them something really small until you get your feet wet, and then build up a name for yourself and use those places as an opportunity to practice and get better and to hone your craft. All right, so that's everything I can say about how to perform for seniors from Louie Foxx. Of course, I want to thank hocus-pocus.com for allowing me to have this so that I can do the review for you. And if you'd like to purchase it for yourself, head on down to hocuspocus.com, shop around, fill up your cart, talk to them, ask questions. They would love to be your #1 resource for magic on the internet. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.